Cowabunga dudes. Welcome back to Gamers In, the show where you, the viewer, come to me, the host, Canis Lupus, for all the video game walkthroughs and playthroughs, but just stay for the pop culture knowledge we're in. Now, if you couldn't tell from my intro, or my awesome shirt, or the thumbnail, well, we're looking at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Season 7. That's right, we're going back to the sewer. And we've got one other video that I'm doing, for the Turtles. There's one last thing for this series. Now, like I said, this is season 7, and season 7 stuff was Back to Sewer, which had an even better theme song than the first, well, basically 6 seasons. It's very good. It's really it kicks ass. It's awesome. Go look it up on YouTube. It's actually really good on its own. But it, we go we start out with the art style from future, fast forward. But somewhere along the lines, we transitioned to newer art style where the turtles' eyes are actually seen now. They're not white. But this one adds in something else. So Viral is the only villain left that's still either not incarcerated or, dead. Um, so there's that. But she gets taken over by the Shredder, thus making the Cyber Shredder. And before she does that, she takes control of Serling. Serling goes with them. That's why you see him in the intro. On top of that, he gets um uh a splinter takes a hit and becomes Code basically. Now you think he might be dead, but no, he's just scattered. Now they're just gonna bring him back together. Since he's Code, you know. However, that requires going into cyberspace, which is kind of cool. And they actually get new armor, little masks, get the wide eyes, and they got one or two new villains. So you got Khan as a main villain, part of the Shredder's Foot stuff. Is new right hand man, and well, yeah, I mean you get all kinds of awesome kick butt ninja action as usual, but this is the last season, so they're gonna pull out the stops right with some of these fights, and they do. Some of these fights are really epic. Humor's still there from the original set of episodes, and just an awesome ride. But that first episode actually has two intros. Beginning, it's the normal fast forward intro. Again, it goes back to sewer intro, and it's used for the rest of the series. Um, and it finally ends. Well, technically, the main series ended with Casey and April's wedding, with pretty much every hero that you could think of fighting off Shredder and his Foot Clan. Big shock, I know. He actually crashed the wedding, but they managed to beat him, take him out for the last time, and everybody was happily ever after. Right? Right? Nope. There was actually 13 mini episodes that came after this series, and they were all compiled together as the final episode of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2003. And like I said, it lasted up to 2-3 years. This was the final episode, but was the end of this version of the Turtles, which is where we get to the next part of this thing. Because I'm not just doing TMNT back to the sewer. No. See, I'm gonna make this a big video for y'all. I was gonna break them up, but I think it'd be better if we did it like this. So the next thing is Turtles Forever, basically a movie to cap off the series. And it sees the Shredder come back again, but this time he's got a bigger plan. He's not just gonna take out one set of turtles. No, no. Well, actually, technically, he doesn't come back. Not the one that we've been following for the last 7 seasons. Nope, the '80s Shredder, Krang, and the '80s Turtles come into play. We also see the '80s Splinter as well. However, that's still not it. Since this is Turtles Forever, we got to see tons of other turtles. sets of turtles. Everything from the live action set to some other weird ones, like there's mech ones and everything. There's like a ton of turtles. The 80s Shredder actually brings in, 3 Shredder brings him back, and this Shredder is actually trying to take out everything, and he's willing to take himself out if it means finally besting the turtles once and for all. But the only way to do that is to take out the turtles prime. What is that? Well, they go back all the way to the original set of turtles, the 4 main turtles that the comics. This was literally a mismatch of all kinds of characters. We get some fan favorites like Hun, as well as Bebop and Rocksteady come in. We see the slapstick humor of the 80s Turtles. We see the gritty, no nonsense from any of them Turtles from the comics. We get the ones that we've been following for the last 7 seasons. We get the bumbling Shredder as well as Krang, kind of bantering with Karai, who is now evil again, along with Shredder, although Karai turns out not to be evil. Um, and just a whole awesome interactions with these characters. And well, once this movie ends, everybody's happy. The big bad Shredder that we're following is dead again for the 100th time. This time for good, and they all go to their separate places. Well, it ends with the comic being made, the first issue of the comic being made. However, this is the last time we see the 2003 Turtles, or even the comics Turtles. See, I watched the 2014 Turtles stuff, and while the 80s Turtles and Krang and all that come into play, that's about it. This was the only time that 3 sets of Turtles, plus nods to pretty much tons of other Turtles that some of which I don't think we've ever even seen. Just, it was like it was Turtles forever. But, it came out in 2007, by the way. And it's a full length movie. It's actually part of the YouTube thing that I told you all about to go look up. Look up the full series. It's actually a really good series, and the movie really caps it all off. If they ended it there and we didn't get any of the turtle stuff after that, I would have been okay with that after seeing that. That was really good. That was a good ending. Caps everything off to a T. Um, but we did get more, and we got a darker, even grittier series later on with the 2014 series, and a more jokey that almost seems the 80s stuff. We got the 2 movies with Michael Bay, which those weren't too terrible. You know, and then now we're getting a Seth Rogen led one, basically parodying the 80s series somewhat, and channeling that. It's gonna be really jokey. So we've gotten more turtles since then, but I don't think any of the turtle stuff after the comics, after the original set of episodes of the 80s series, really captured that, really captured the turtles, the true turtles that we know today. I know we keep seeing the 80s turtles pop up, but the turtles as I know them, and the turtles that you know them, are the turtles from the 2003 set. Leonardo is the no-nonsense leader that will do everything for his brothers, but will also have a kind word. Donnie is the smart one, but will be sarcastic when he wants to be. If you make something stupid, mostly Mikey. Raph is hot-headed, but knows when to dial it back when he knows he's went too far. Mikey is a jokester and a slacker, but he'll step up when he needs to. Splinter is their father and their sensei. Casey is Raph's best friend. Is kind of an idiot, but when he's out in the battlefield, you can depend on him to have your back. April is smart and able to kick ass within reason, and is usually tries to keep everything sane with even with everything crazy going on. The Shredder is a vile monster of a human. or alien, depending on which version you're seeing. Of course, I prefer him human. You know, it makes more sense. It doesn't get convoluted as hell. And he's got a host of henchmen that keeps rotating all the time. Have you noticed that? He's had Hun for this series only, and he's had multiple mutated henchmen. You know, it's like weird. The foot is like can be human or robot depending on where they're at or both. Krang and Neutron are part of the main set. They're aliens, the Triceratons. These are actually where these came from in this series and everything. So, me, I'm just like, this is where we know the characters, and honestly, this series has hit. This is the one I grew up with, and I'm kind of glad I grew up with this one and not the '80s one and not the 2014 one, because this one strikes a balance of being dark yet comical, silly yet serious, and showcases the characters in their most detailed form, I should say. Because they kind of became caricatures of themselves, sort of, in the next set. Yeah, they had their ups and downs like they did with this series, but then the new one just like completely changes the formula for the characters. It's kind of weird how they've done the Turtles over the years. The Michael Bay one is very close to this set too, but we all know how that ended. Second movie, train wreck, from what I heard. I actually didn't mind the film. I watched both of them. I actually liked both of them. They were really good. Elevator scene was really funny. But, yeah, just, go watch the 2000s version of Turtles. Go watch the 80s. Go watch all Turtles media. The Turtles are awesome. These guys are teenagers. Yes, that's teenage heroes. That's par for the course. They're gigantic turtles, talking turtles. That's a thing. They're mutants, which means that they're really cool looking, and they're ninjas, which means they can kick ass with style. So, whatever version of the turtles you watch, you're gonna have a good time. But this set, I highly recommend. It's a long watch. It's 7 seasons and a movie. But it's well worth it, and once you start, it's very hard to stop. So, that being said, be sure to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and go in the comment section down below. Let me know. Did you watch any of this? Now, I actually watched Back to Sewer episodes when we still had Saturday morning cartoons. Take that with what you will. And I think some of the original set too. Or maybe it was Fast Forward. I don't remember. But I did watch some of the old set. And I had watched the movie before, but not like this. This was clearer, I think. Again, don't quote me on that. But go watch the movie. Go watch this series. It's all on YouTube for free. Go check it out. And be sure to just, comment down below. Did you watch this series at all growing up? Does this trigger nostalgia? If not, are you a Turtles fan? Or will this make you a Turtles fan if you're going to watch it? Let me know. I'd like to know. I'd like to start a dialogue here. And I know it's like 3 different videos mashed together, but I wanted to give you guys a good video. And just cap this off. I'm really tired. If you can tell, I'm a little scratched up today. My throat's a little scratchy. I'm a little under the weather. I'm okay though. I'm okay. No COVID or anything like that. Sorry. Well, that being said, hope to see you guys next time. And cowabunga, dudes. Turtles, turtles forever. Hope to see you guys next time. Bye.